Hey everyone! So, what did the melted cheese say to the tortilla? Man, it is nacho day. Welcome to Cheese Friday. Today we're going to talk about Fontal cheese. Hey everyone, welcome to the Radical Geek YouTube channel where we regularly upload videos, and every Friday we do a special series called Cheese Friday, and on Sundays we host a live stream at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, affectionately coined Coffee Talk, where we brew a warm beverage and then we talk about some of its origins and our history, geekify it up a little bit, and then pair it with a ketogenic recipe and talk amongst ourselves. So we hope we get to join us. If this is your first video with Radical Geek and you're not familiar with Cheese Friday, every Friday I take a cheese, I talk to you a little bit about it, we do some review steps, and that's pretty much it. And of course we always have our lovely intro jokes. So, and I'll never apologize for them, even on the times when we should. So today we are going to talk about this Tuscan herb rub Fontal cheese, and it's a relative of the Fontina, but not actually Fontina. It is related. So a couple things. You know what? You can see now. This is a Tuscan herb rub Fontina. See, I'm mixing my words up. A Tuscan herb rub Fontal cheese. So you can see it has the nice herb layer on there. There's not really much of a rind. It's because it's got the herb coating. It's a nice semi-soft cheese. You can see it's really flexible. We'll cut some pieces off of it for you in a second. But let's talk about the Fontal cheese. So I did say it's a relative of the Fontina. We talked about Fontina a couple Fridays ago. But just to update you there, so traditional Fontina is like super uber bougie cheese from the Aosta Valley in Italy, and very specifically, the cows there only eat alpine grass. So super, super picky. It has a thing called a PDO designation. But of course, we have Fontina cheese other places. It's just not necessarily original, authentic Fontina cheese. It's come out of other areas in Italy, some in France, and also in the United States. So there's all of that kind of stuff. But Fontal is sort of like the younger, creamier relative to the Fontina cheese. It's aged less than 3 months, so under 90 days. So really, really super mild. It's not quite as robust as the Fontina, but it is a little bit more creamy and buttery smooth. And Fontina is already creamy, but this takes it even just pops it a notch because it's very, very young. And so it's also very meltable. So if you're looking at cheese sauces, especially when you get one like this that's all herb rubbed, fantastic. If you've got like some a nice of those keto noodles with the sodium alginate noodles, and you want to toss it in a cheese sauce, this has like this nice herbs in it. It would be fantastic. It's also great on keto crackers. It's great on pork rinds, all kinds of good stuff. It's really excellent. It's super mild, and because it's such an early semi-soft cheese, super meltable. No, you can't fry it because it melts too easily. So the opposite of all of that. Let me give a little hunk off of it for you so you can see. Actually, I'll just hold the big piece up here in the camera so you can see. And there's the package lines, and you can see the herb rub. I've smeared it a little bit, so there you go. Nice flecks of the herbs. You can see that it is a white because it's a cow's milk cheese, but it's not like that stark white of the goat cheese. It's got that creamy look That creamy look is from the cheese, not from the herb rub, although the herb rub certainly enhanced the coloring. Um, you can often, I will tell you that because Fontal is so mild and because it's creamy, it really super highlights the herb flavors, and then the herb flavors really bring out the mildness in the butteriness in the cheese. So it's also really good for pairing with if you're not keto and you like beers, really big, heavy, dark beers, your heavy, rich stouts, the kind that you can almost eat. And also, if you are keto and you indulge in the occasional glass of wine, a really full bodied, heavy, oaky red wine. Super, super dry, just the way we like it when you're keto and you're having that special night out. It's the perfect cheese to pair with such things. It's also generally very cost effective. So if you're in a specialty cheese shop and you're looking for something like that, if they have it, you're probably golden. It's really affordable, and also you won't have to grab your chest when you see the price of the really bougie cheeses when you get something like this nice little Fontal at the grocery. So uh, and I kid you not, there are some cheeses. I went to a cheesemonger recently, and I wasn't actually buying because I had stuff in the fridge. I did get a couple things, but that's where the cheeses are so amazing. But your little teeny piece like this is like $30, and you have to really think about it. But when you indulge, it is so very worth it. So back to this Fontal cheese. I said we would do some the review steps. When you review cheese and you've developed a palate for cheese, you talk about a few things. You talk about its hardness. And so I've mentioned that several times about it being I cut myself a little piece off. It's semi-soft, it's flexible, but it still slices and doesn't mush or crumble. So but it definitely, you can squeeze right into it. There's no ifs, ands, or doubts about it. It is a semi-soft cheese. So not all the way soft, which would be like your creamy bries and stuff like that. Semi-soft. And the rind, like I said, it really doesn't have a rind. It has an herb rub. It's an early cheese and it's pressed. So there's that. But usually when you talk about rinds, we talk about whether it's a wax rind, a paper rind, a natural rind, all those kind of things. So this is a no rind. It's herb rubbed. So then let's see. What did I say? Hardness. Oh yes, your aroma. And when I give this a smell, because it's herb rub, really primarily what I'm smelling is the herb. So like sometimes when you get other cheeses, they're really sharp and pungent and they hit you in your nose, or they're soft and buttery nutty. Here, the primary scent is your herbs. And then I get like a hint of that buttery back end to it. So that's your aroma. And then the last thing we really need to talk about is its taste. I'm heartbroken, being forced to eat cheese for my YouTube. So what you get is a slightly nutty, buttery flavor, but super powerful herbs. The rub is the most prominent flavor in this. And so, but that buttery back end kind of like cleanses it all out so it doesn't get that dirty, too many herb taste. I know you know what I mean when I say that. You get something and somebody like accidentally left the lid off, but they didn't clean all the herb out. So you get like that mouth of dry herbs. This has that nice oily bit to the herbs and the moisture from the cheese. And then the rich butteriness of the cheese tones it back, but also still highlights the flavor. So that's your Fontal cheese. This one is a Cello brand. So I hope that you find it in your stores. I know like I sometimes Cello cheeses pass through Costco's and Sam's Club, so you have a good opportunity. Check it out. It's a great cheese. And so I hope that you get a chance to enjoy it. And just to reiterate, if this is your first time on the Radical Geek YouTube, hit the subscribe button and then hit the little bell icon so that you are notified every time we upload or go live. And that's pretty much it. I'll say something nice though. I want you to know that I've been paying attention to some of the YouTube groups and some of the other YouTubers, and I keep seeing all of the great things that people are trying to improve their health and all of the awesome stuff. You guys, great jobs. I am so proud of you. So, and if you are heading up to Keto Palooza at the end of September, I will be there and I look forward to meeting a bunch of you. I'm really going now because I definitely have to get back and pay attention to work. Thanks, everybody. You have a great Friday. Bye bye.